A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. The quote suggests that without facing difficulties and overcoming obstacles, we cannot reach our full potential. Just as a gemstone needs to be subjected to friction and pressure to reveal its true beauty, we need to face challenges and difficulties to develop our skills, character, and resilience. The quote also implies that failure and setbacks are not something to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced as an opportunity for growth and learning. By facing challenges and overcoming obstacles, we can become stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving our goals. In this video, we will delve into the key principles of Stoicism, such as Amorfati, and focusing on what we can control and how they can help us to become more resilient and better equipped to handle challenges in the future. Stoicism views failure as a natural part of the learning process and an opportunity for growth and improvement. According to Stoic philosophy, we should not fear failure or avoid it, but rather embrace it as a neutral event that can help us to become better versions of ourselves. One of the key principles of Stoicism is the idea of Amorfati, which means love of fate. This principle encourages us to embrace whatever happens to us, whether it is good or bad, and to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When we experience failure, it can be tempting to feel discouraged or defeated. However, by embracing the idea of Amorfati, we can view failure as a natural part of the learning process and use it as an opportunity to improve ourselves and our skills. Here are some ways you can practice Amorfati in your daily life. 1. Reframe your perspective. Instead of seeing setbacks and failures as negative events, try to reframe your perspective and see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how can I use this setback to become better? 2. Focus on what you can control. When faced with a difficult situation, focus on what you can control, such as your own actions, thoughts, and attitudes, rather than external factors that are outside of your control. 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is an important aspect of Stoicism and can help us to cultivate a positive attitude towards life. Take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, even if they are small things like a warm cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. 4. Embrace challenges. Instead of avoiding challenges or difficult situations, embrace them as opportunities to grow and learn. Challenge yourself to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things, even if they are scary or uncomfortable. 5. Accept the present moment. Amorfati also involves accepting the present moment as it is, without judgment or resistance. Practice mindfulness and focus on the present moment, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By practicing Amorfati, you can cultivate a positive attitude towards life and become more resilient in the face of challenges and setbacks. Another important Stoic principle is the idea of focusing on what we can control. While we cannot always control the outcome of our efforts, we can control our own actions and attitudes. By focusing on what we can control, we can take responsibility for our own success and learn from our failures. This means focusing on things like our own effort, attitude, and approach to problem solving, rather than external factors that are outside of our control. When we experience failure, it can be easy to dwell on our mistakes or feel ashamed of our failures. However, Stoicism teaches us to view failure as a neutral event, rather than a negative one. By viewing failure in this way, we can avoid getting caught up in negative emotions, and instead focus on what we can learn from the experience. One Stoic practice that can be helpful when dealing with failure is negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios and preparing ourselves mentally for them. By doing this, we can develop a sense of resilience and prepare ourselves for the possibility of failure. This can help us to avoid getting caught up in negative emotions when failure does occur, and instead focus on what we can learn from the experience. Here are some ways you can implement negative visualization in your life. Imagine worst-case scenarios. Take some time to imagine the worst-case scenarios in your life, such as losing your job, getting sick, or losing a loved one. While this may seem negative, it can help you to appreciate what you have in the present moment and prepare for the future. Practice gratitude. After imagining worst-case scenarios, take some time to reflect on what you have in your life and what you are grateful for. This can help you to appreciate the present moment and the things you have in your life. Prepare for the worst. Use negative visualization to prepare for the worst-case scenarios in your life. For example, if you imagine losing your job, start building up your savings or updating your resume. Embrace impermanence. Negative visualization can also help you to embrace the impermanence of life and appreciate the present moment. By recognizing that everything is temporary, you can focus on what is truly important in your life and make the most of every moment. Another Stoic practice that can be helpful when dealing with failure is self-reflection. This involves taking the time to reflect on our own actions and attitudes, and to identify areas where we can improve. By doing this, we can learn from our mistakes and avoid making the same mistakes in the future. If you're interested in self-reflection, I've created a full guide on journaling, where I talked in more detail about self-reflection. I hope you found this information helpful. Remember to apply what you've learned to your own life and see how it can positively impact your personal growth and development. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more helpful content like this. Thank you for watching.